What's the difference between being pre-approved and pre-qualified for a mortgage?
What you ideally want to see is a pre-approval as a buyer and as a seller when a buyer presents a contract. Pre-approval is vetting more things, confirming that the buyer is approved. There are certain things that we go down the list on, and when we have conversations with lenders that we want to know they've already checked off the list, right? So things like vetting assets and liabilities. So that might look like, right? That might look like W-2s if you're a W-2 employee. Liabilities, pulling credit, right? We need to understand what's going on with your credit. If we're doing a Fannie loan, as an example, we might ask them for what we call a DU. Did you complete the DU? All these things are just indications that documents have been provided by the buyer and the lender has done the work based on the information that's been provided. And you can't always know the answer here from a listing agent perspective. But anytime an offer comes in and we get the pre-approval letter, we say, okay, let's call the lender. Let's have a quick conversation. Lender picks up the phone. Good check, right? Answers the phone, can get him on the phone. Communicating, speaks clearly. Then I ask him these questions. By the way, I am a licensed mortgage loan originator myself.
That's amazing.
Right?
You've got both those licenses, so you know kind of what's behind the curtain in the Wizard of Oz. You know, that happens. A lot of people don't.
And you don't always get like a perfect, you're not like getting all the facts when you're on the listing agent side, but you're at least able to tease out some BS. If the lender, again, is just being a little aloof or maybe they just tell you, hey, we don't have this, this, and this. And it's like, okay, well, when you get this, this, and this, call me back and then we'll consider doing a deal with you, right? And so a pre-approval has just more levels of, hey, we're ready and to go than what a pre-qualification has. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, I typically, as a closing attorney, I don't typically get very involved in those types of things, but I do know my wife is a loan officer as well, so I do know some of the differences. And one of the key things here to know is that a pre-qualification letter with many lenders is very, very cursory. Sometimes they don't even look at documents.
It's a verbal.
Sometimes it's just verbal. They'll say, yeah, what's your credit score? And they rely on what they're telling them. Oh, I think maybe my credit score is maybe around 700. Well, the difference between a 720 and a 650 is huge, so that's one thing. But they'll ask them some other questions like, what's your income? Instead of actually vetting and saying, hey, please send me your taxes from the last 2 years. Please send me, I'm going to run a soft credit pull, for example. Those are things that good lenders should be doing, things like that, so that they can be running some calculations on the loan to value and making sure their credit's good, their income's good, and making sure that they're pre-approving them.
Without getting into the weeds too much, if you're working with a lender and you're a buyer that's giving you a pre-qualification, high level, I just question their quality level just in general. Like, I'm not sure you want to work with them, right? Because they're spending time with you and they don't even know if you can buy a house. And so that's like somebody that's bottom of the barrel usually, quality level wise, right?
Agreed.
So the quality lenders are going to require a pre-approval or require all these documents, require an application before they issue anything saying that you're qualified for anything. So that's the takeaway here. Get a pre-approval if you're a buyer, and if you're a seller, make sure the buyer has a pre-approval and you understand what's in that pre-approval and what's been omitted from that pre-approval. And that's why conversation with the lender when you're the listing agent is super important.